I want to share with you what I understand consciousness to be. I have observed that the journey of consciousness has nothing to do with learning. Instead, consciousness is a state of being. This state is constant and unchanging, and because of this, all other things existing within it come and go. The journey of evolving consciousness has more to do with an energetic opening that happens as a result of interactions that we call choices. The journey begins long before the first step, preparing us, initiating us to determine when we are ready. It's a matter of time, you see. My journey began when I sensed that I was ignorant of how the world works. I had family and loved ones negatively affected by the medical system, which faced me with a question. I started with healing. When I first saw an energy healer set newspaper on fire with his intent, something within me shifted forever. As little or as much as I know, for the first time in my life, I felt like I knew nothing. When we see that the world we thought we knew isn't exactly what we thought it was, reality changes. I have always believed that the most powerful skill a person can wield is the ability to change perspectives. When we reach the stage of readiness, the world we thought we knew and all the characters in it begin to fall apart. We will attempt to recover what has dissolved because it is all that we ever knew. If we see this right away, we begin to change something, anything in hopes of experiencing something different. But if we are lucky, we begin to look at what we've experienced in a different way. Our first glance at inner freedom. Expectations can trap us like a well-guarded prison, with our pride and our need for control as its wardens. My honored teacher once told me that we are products of our circumstance, and in each moment, we do the best we can with how we know. But that doesn't mean that we cannot change what we know or how we act. Our journey only moves to the next stage when we begin to realize that the only thing we can control is how we respond to our circumstance. The disillusionment takes place in the shape of contrast. It appears as an extreme in our life, suddenly met with another, testing our character to see what we are made of. Amidst the ashes of a cathartic life event, our broken and withered soul arches upwards against gravity, and our eyes look up. Unknown to our subconscious, we look up to the heaven above and the universe it embodies. When our body has failed and our spirit begins to fade, we remember. We reach this next stage of questioning because we are called to do so. We remember that the burden we experience on earth isn't all there is. That we are reflections inspired from the creative force that drove the material universe into existence. We become disembodied, and at last we are embraced. With the universe, we become one. This irrefutable experience happens to those who are ready to take the path. But this baptism of light can be so bright and so blinding that many people become lost in seeking it over and over on their journey. It is easy to become confused. These trials can be so life-altering that almost always it's easier to just not change anything. After all, it's nice to be comfortable. These trials are no less difficult than the first, and often only get more challenging. If we look at the easy and challenging in gentle stride, we can find that consciousness has one big lesson, one main purpose for us to discover: change. Each reasoning seems like the path threatens the fabric of reality as you know it, as you want to know it. But this journey is about seeing it as it really is. Like really, really. So the biggest struggle involved with this journey is that you have to be willing to walk through first before knowing what is on the other side. The path is constant. Many are called, but this is only the beginning. To break through in consciousness, we cultivate it with actions that align, nourish it by protecting the thoughts in our mind, and challenge it to grow to its potential. You are here because you've asked. You are here because you've spoken. And the universe listens. Evolving consciousness is a journey to freedom. The freedom to think about what you want to think about, not what you think you should be thinking about. The freedom to follow the movement of energy and then see how your thoughts changed because you did so. The freedom from your expectations of what life should be, replaced with the grace of humility that you could experience the very same life, loved as you are treasured. Because the path can be difficult, it is helpful to have a guide with you who exhibits the virtues that you wish to cultivate. With many paths in life, not all paths can be for everyone, and that is okay. Knowing what you want to experience out of your life can help you determine what path to follow.